less than half the cost to go to the community college as a full-time student than it is to go to a local K-12 school.
So we overcharge out-of-state students, and each out-of-state student at our residential campuses subsidizes in-state students. It's been part of our financial plan. Now, is that a good, sustainable model going forward? No. We have to continue to work on bending that underlying cost curve, and we're committed to doing so, including some of the things that were alluded to here that Jerry and others have mentioned. We have to ensure that students can get through and to graduate in a timely manner. We have the partnerships that Lucille and I will be glad to talk about with regard to the community colleges to find those lower cost pathways. But we're committed to putting together a package that enables New Hampshire residents to graduate in a timely fashion with less debt. But it's a struggle. If we're going to continue to have the burden shifted on students, it's going to be very difficult. And we'll pursue all the avenues. We'll increase the use of our facilities year-round. We'll look for alternative sources of revenue. And in fact, we're going to, in September, next month, we're going to formally approve a proposal to go to the state and say, if you restore our funding to what it was 5 years ago in fiscal year 09, we'll freeze in-state tuition. But we need help from the state. There are partners in this because that's the big beneficiary is not just the individual, it's the state. And looking at our workforce needs in the state and what we need to do to sustain that vision of being the most livable state in the country.
We have to get back state aid. We cannot be without state aid for our students, especially community college students. Our tuition is so high that if we were to raise it, we would be the first to exceed Pell if a student went full-time. And without that state aid, those students are making choices to go longer, so they're incurring more debt.
You know, higher education is an important industry to the state of New Hampshire. It employs a tremendous number of people. It serves over 75,000 students every year. New Hampshire remains a destination for higher education. We are bringing people by the thousands into New Hampshire every year who choose to go to public and private colleges and universities in the state. And the long-term future of the state is going to depend on businesses who want to locate here and educate high-skilled, high-knowledge workers. And we've got to have a strong higher education system that's going to serve those students and be a pipeline into those businesses if we're going to keep our New Hampshire advantage.
I thank the Telegraph. I think it's been, again, I think the word balance has not been overused because it truly has been balanced, but I also think it's been necessary and informative.